Programang ito ay mula sa host at ang kanilang panauhin at di nanganguhulugang opinyon ng estasyong ito, Metro Plus AM 1044.
Tunog Pinoy.
Hawak kamay, di kita iiwan sa paglakbay.
Tunog Pinoy.
Wala na bang pag-ibig sa puso mo at di mo na kailangan?
Tunog Pinoy.
Dahil ikaw ang sigaw ng puso ko, ikaw ang nasa isip ko, ang nais ko ay malaman.
Tunog Pinoy, alas 8:30, Huwebes at Biyernes at Sabado mula alas 9 hanggang alas 11 ng gabi dito sa Plus AM 1044.
Ibig ko sa'yo ibibigay.
Buhol-buhol ang traffic, kinat ka pa ng jeep, minura pa ng driver, at ulo'y uminit. Kumukulo na ang dugo mo, kaya't sundan mo aking payo. Problema ay lilipas na lang, kaya't cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Anin mo sa galit mo ay kukunot lang. Overtime daw, na good time lang pala. Pag uwi ng bahay, amoy alak pa siya. Kumukulo na ang dugo mo, kaya't sundan mo aking payo. Problema ay lilipas na lang, kaya't cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Pwedeng-pwede mo naman siyang palitan. Nananahimik ka, ang daming hirit. Anong paki nila? Baka sila'y inggit. Kumukulo na ang dugo mo, kaya't sundan mo aking payo. Problema ay lilipas na lang, kaya't cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Bakit ba palagi ka na lang ganyan? Cool ka lang, cool ka lang. Hayaan mo na lang magsisisi rin yan. Easy ka lang, relax ka lang. Simple lang ang buhay, ngumiti ka na lang. Daanin mo sa galit, uy kukunot lang. Kaya't kaibigan, konting pasensya lang. Cool ka lang, cool ka lang.
Prettier Than Pink on your radio plus 1044. Cool ka lang at 36 dahil very, very cool talaga. Pero sa night na to, I suggest keep warm and keep your toes, your feet, your head, your fingers warm. The temperatures have already dropped with the rain. Grabe. I hope you guys are having a lovely evening tonight. Join me all the way till 11 o'clock and syempre, mamaya, abangan nyo yan. But before that, ang ating mga pagpati on Facebook, facebook.com/Pinoy Taisanman, and on YouTube, Metro Plus 1044, ay babalikan ko. Dahil we have, meron tayong quick na i-cover tonight and sasamahan ako ng ating nag-iisa, walang iba, on the other side sa kanyang, iba naman yung kulay ng background niya tonight, si Kuya Mike. Kuya Mike!
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. At 8:36, just an update as we promise, starting this Saturday, which is today, all the way till next week. It's a critical week for everyone, so we're here to update you with what's happening around regarding, of course, the pandemic, the Omicron variant dito po sa Hong Kong. Starting off things with two residential blocks in Sha Tin, Pok Tat House and Pok Hong Estate, as well as King Wo House and Wo Chi Estate, were locked down on Saturday night after the sewage samples were tested, came out positive for COVID-19. The lockdown are expected to be lifted between noon and 1 p.m. Sunday. Residents of Pok Tat House must undergo compulsory testing by midnight, while those in King Wo House by 10:30 p.m. tonight. Citizens who had been to the two Sha Tin blocks between February 6th and today, February 19th, must also take the COVID test by next Monday, February 21st. Vaccinated citizens and those who recently tested negative must undergo testing as well for the mutant strain involved. Meanwhile, the lockdown declared last night at Block 21 in Chek Kim Mei Estate in Sham Shui Po was extended for another day after health authorities detected 150 preliminary positive cases there. The results for 4 samples returned immediate and need further confirmation. Rather, returned intermediate and need further confirmation. The Sham Shui Po lockdown is expected to be lifted in late afternoon tomorrow. In other developments as well, the second team of mainland health experts and workers have arrived in Hong Kong by the Shenzhen Bayport on Saturday afternoon to help the SAR government achieve its zero COVID goal. The team was comprised of about 114 members, including 4 administrators, 4 health experts on severe symptoms, and 106 sampling workers, according to China media reports. They were welcomed by Secretary for Constitutional Mainland Affairs, Eric Zhang, Secretary for Food and Health, Sophia Chan, and Deputy Director of Liaison Office at the Central People's Government, Ying Zhonghua. Good news, starting Monday, a new fleet composed of some 200 minibuses will start transferring COVID-19 patients with mild or no symptoms to community isolation facilities starting this Monday to alleviate the public's demand for ambulance services. This is in coordination as well with the 300 taxi fleet that has started operations. The size of the fleets will be adjusted depending on the actual demand, the government said, expressing thanks for the non-franchise bus and public light bus sector for their assistance. Starting next Monday, when a COVID-19 patient can be transferred to a community isolation facility, the Fire Services Department will divert cases to the designated bus fleets. Upon confirmation of the details, the driver will then contact the patient to arrange the transfer. In fact, this is exactly similar to what we experienced the last time, DJ Jin. Noong I was taken from here to Penny's Bay.
Penny's Bay, right.
So a minibus din. So hindi naman kinakailangan na pupunuin itong minibus na to. It is an alternative situation. Kung meron na silang towards, let's say, to the quarantine facility, susunduin na sila.
Parang
isa-isa.
convoy yun dating. Parang carpool.
Parang
Carpooling.
carpool siya lalabas, no? And they're also, upon confirmation details, the driver will then contact the patient to arrange the transfer. Similar to the designated taxi fleet for infected patients, there will be a blue and white label on the body of the minibus indicating that the vehicle is for COVID 19 patients only. Operators and drivers will be provided with anti pandemic guidelines, and drivers must wear protective gear, including masks, face shields, and protective gowns. The compartments of the vehicle must be fully disinfected every day, and drivers must also undergo daily virus testings before work. And just to let people know, today in Hong Kong, reports of 6,600, no, 6,063 confirmed COVID-19 cases today, as health authorities express gratitude towards frontline medics for their efforts in admitting patients into indoor facilities. Chuang Shukwan for the Center for Health Protection reported 6,059 local cases and four imported cases, as well as some 7,400 preliminary positive cases. Chuang added that 30 more elderly homes in the city were hit by the COVID 19, and cases involving over 120 workers and 450 residents from 190 care centers have been reported so far. She continues that among the 46 deaths reported since December 31st last year, only 6 patients had received the COVID-19 vaccine. Pakinggan niyo po ito ha. Doon sa 46 na namatay simula pong December 31st, 6 lang po doon ang nakatanggap ng COVID-19 vaccine. There had 3 received their doses of the Sinovac vaccine, while 2 had gotten their first dose. 1 had 2 doses of BioNTech vaccine. Chuang's also reported that 9,685 patients were now undergoing home isolation so far, and they are free to leave their premises if they test negative after 14 days of isolation. Sarah Ho, Hospital Authority's Chief Manager for Patient Safety and Risk Management, reported that 15 deaths in the past 24 hours, while over 160 staffers were listed as preliminary positive. Some 30 patients were infected as they were admitted to hospital, and over 60 non-COVID patients were listed as their close contact. She added that public hospitals and treatment facilities have taken in 3,112 confirmed patients, and 2,400 patients are now in Penny's Bay Community Isolation Facility. The Chunwan Isolation Facility has housed some 110 patients as well. Hospitals have discharged 264 recovered patients. Ho noted that underlying that the occupancy of isolation beds in public hospitals has reached 90%. The Hong Kong Red Cross Blood Transfusion Service was informed by a donor who tested positive for the coronavirus, who donated blood at the West Kowloon Donor Center on January 27. The blood was transfused to 2 patients in Tun Mun Hospital and Yan Shai, respectively, and they both tested negative. And just to let you know, after Premier Xi Jinping requested recently they requested that all things will have to be taken into consideration to stop the rise of COVID-19, di ba, dito sa Hong Kong. And from that time onwards, DJ Jin, nagsama-sama ng puwersa ang iba't ibang mga kumpanya, no? This may be a local company here or a mainland company, and they've sort of offered services. Let me just give you a donation in the fight against Omicron. So the source is the South China Morning Post. ACC Plus, this is a company. So babanggitin po natin yung kumpanya and yung respective na tulong nila, no? So ACC Plus, 100,000 rapid test kits. Ant Group, 10 million cash, protective gear and daily necessities for the medical staff. CK Asset Holdings, which is one of other companies, 3,000 hotel rooms as isolation facilities. CUHK Medical Center, paid PCR tests available to the public. FT Life, 500 free COVID-19 insurance policies for anti-pandemic taxi fleet. Futu, 1,000 rapid test kits. Henderson Land, drug, food, and disinfection needs for 150 home for the elderly and 5,000 low-income households for self-isolation. Hong Kong Jockey Club donated also, Henderson Land donated 10 million in cash. Hong Kong Jockey Club 10 million in cash for Hong Kong Community Anti-Coronavirus Link. Jingdong 123 million for Hong Kong Community Anti-Coronavirus Link. New World Development 100 heaters, 200,000 rapid test kits. Penta Hotel, 700 rooms as isolation facility. PCCW, 100,000 meals, 100,000 rapid test kits. Sino Group, 280,000 rapid test kits. 700 hotel rooms for isolation facilities. Sun and K Properties, 1,000 hotel rooms as isolation facilities. Sunhua, 100,000 rapid test kits. Swire Properties, 20,000 rapid test kits for children. Novotel Citygate Hotel, yung hotel dyan sa Citygate, which is in Tongchong, they're offering that facility for isolation. Taxi Driver and Operators Association, fleet of 100 taxis to transport frontline healthcare workers and healthcare equipment. Tencent, ang makers po ng WeChat, 50 million for urgent need for low-income group, children and elderly, and medical staff. Town Gas, $3 million worth of soup packets and supermarket vouchers. Xiaomi, $10 million for Hong Kong Community Anti-Coronavirus. And of course, yung listahan na po ito will keep on getting bigger as time progresses. Today, may marami po ako nakausap, no? Some of them haven't gotten their test results yet for PCR. Some of them are positive for antigen. Just to update everyone, gusto lang namin ibigay po sa inyo ang update that please be aware, dito po sa babanggitin po namin, please be aware po na the taxi services or the taxi fleet service na pwede nyo pong tawagan, which is, the link is actually on our thread. Just follow our thread. And also the facilities of the 7 clinics that were open in specific districts in Hong Kong. Please be aware that this service is for those who have tested positive and are actually undergoing mild symptoms. No, tandaan niyo po yun, no? Mild symptoms. And eventually, I think starting next week, facilities such as yung nabanggit po natin, hotel rooms that were offered for free, by specific companies will be en route to be isolation facilities doon sa mga currently na nag-isolate po sa kanilang mga bahay. So these are all information na gusto nating banggitin po sa inyo. Again, if there are any sort of concerns that you need, please do not hesitate in going through our Facebook page. It's Pinoy Tayo Sanman. Press the send message. Just send a message. No? Or you can actually go directly to the Philippine Consulate. You can go through their Facebook page. All the details are there. Pwede rin ho kayo if you, kunyari, like today, somebody called me up, no? She tested positive for the antigen, but she's not able to get her PCR test yet. Ang nangyari dito sa kanya, DJ Jean, is yung alaga niya na 1-year-old tinamaan ng COVID, no? 1 month or 1-year-old tinamaan ng COVID, and the kid right now, the child is currently in hospital at mataas yung lagnat, no? 40. So syempre, kinabahan siya, di ba? She felt that during this time, para namang kasalanan ko, inaako niya parang kasalanan niya nga, no? Sabi ko, wag mo munang isipin ganun ang nangyari. Because the parents also were saying na magpahinga ka lang dyan sa bahay. When the time comes, pwede ka sigurong will try to get you a test kit, sa bahay ka na lang magpa-test, and then you can send, no? You can actually do that, no? You can get testing kits. If I'm not mistaken, they are still available at the MTR stations, no? So kailangan pong isipin na pwede ho kung magtutulungan po tayo, no? So she was nervous, she was frantic. Nagtaas nga siya ng boses sa akin. Sabi ko, calm down lang siya. Then she basically ended up breaking down. Siguro sa mga kababayan po natin, I'm sure this is not something that you'd like to happen to you, no? And of course, kung mangyari man to and it involves a younger, your ward, the person that you take care of sa bahay, syempre medyo mabigat pong isipin na baka ako nagdala at hinawaan ko siya. But you also have to look at the possibility na maaaring yung bata din ang nanghawa sa inyo. Yeah, pwede rin yun eh. That happens, no? But at this point, I think the best solution is to find ways to know whether you're really positive sa PCR test. And then, adjust. Kasi kung nilalagay niyo po sa isipan ninyo na magkakaroon ho kayo ng problema as far as everything is concerned, ang mahirap naman para sa inyo is to be able to carry this during the course na hindi nyo pa alam kung talaga kayo ang nagbigay kung kanino man, napasa nyo kung kanino man. Let this be a lesson to everyone. Kaya nga sinasabi natin sa araw na ito and in the previous programs that we've had since last week and the week before that ang suggestion po is to avoid crowded places. Wag na muna ho tayong ipilit. Wag natin ipilit na kailangan lumabas tayo, kailangan po natin. Kasi at the end of the day, sa pagsisisi, sa huli ang pagsisisi, hindi na ho natin maibabalik yun. No? So temporarily, the temperature is just dropping. It was about 11 pretty much the whole afternoon. It's been raining. And expect the temperature to drop about 9, sometime about 10 o'clock tonight. And this will continue for the next 3-4 days. So you have to keep in mind that brace yourself for cold weather. Make sure that you are in the right state of mind at huwag niyong hayaan yung sarili niyo na medyo ma-imbalance po kayo, no, sa sitwasyon ngayon. Hindi po yun ang kailangan natin ngayon. What we need are stable people na sa ating community to help us out para at least hindi tayo mag-panic sa sitwasyon. Okay? May mga kababayan po tayo na nag-iisip na baka terminate sila ng kanilang mga employer. Huwag muna natin isipin yun. Ang kailangan po natin ngayon is to be in control sa mga nangyayari po. Yung sarili muna natin, get ourselves intact. Kung may nararamdaman na po kayo na kakaiba, have yourself tested. That's the most important thing. And then we'll move on from there. Okay? That's the update for the meantime. Maraming salamat. Mihingi ako ng paumanhin na nakain ko po yung inyong oras ngayon in terms of the music. But then again, don't forget, today is the premiere of Power Hits. Sama po yan. At magugulat po kayo dahil the Power Hits is all packed. Sobra. It's all packed with, of course, music. Brought to you by Star Music and, of course, artists of the same company. Okay, dyan po tayo namamahalam. For the meantime, we'll catch you again tomorrow around this time also para at least ma-update namin po kayo. Again, go to lumapit po kayo sa ating konsulado just in case you need some assistance. Kung hindi man, you can still go through us kung wala ho sa kanilang nagre-respond. Naka-antabay din po kami dito sa aming programa through our chat bot and through our WhatsApp call at 6641-8811. 6641-8811. DJ Jin, that's it. And maraming salamat. Enjoy the rest of the evening with, of course, DJ Jin and the premiere of Power Hits.
Alright. Maraming salamat kay Kuya Mike sa kanyang mga updates. So I hope you guys ay nakinig at i-share nyo din po ito sa inyong mga kaibigan, sa inyong mga kakilala, especially sa mga lalabas po tomorrow. If not, you can replay and watch it again or go through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Pinoy Tayo Salman, kung nasaan, dun din po natin pinopost itong mga news na ito. Okay? Alright. And bring us to the top of the hour is Kyle Echari and Seth Fedelin with Liligawan na Kita.
Papunta na ako sa'yo. Huwag ka na mag-alala, love, malapit na ako. Ibibigay ko ang lahat sa'yo, pati ang puso ko. Yeah. Papunta na ako sa'yo. Nananabik akong makita ka. Konting oras na lang, babe. Magsasama na tayo. Pero teka, wag na muna tayo magmadali. Problemahin muna natin ang magulang mo. Baka may kalalagyan ako. Hindi ako maghahanap ng iba. Sa puso ko ikaw lang sinta. Hindi ito magbabago ang nadarama ko. Liligawan na kita, mahal. May pag-asa man ako wala. Mapatunayan ko lang sa'yo kung gaano kita kamahal. Mukha ba akong manluloko? At kung iyong sagot ay oo, ipaparamdam ko na sa iyo na ika'y nag-iisa kong prinsesa. Pagdating kasi sa'yo, ako ay nakupido. Hindi magbabago ang isip na sa'yo lang ako. Pero teka, wag na muna tayong magmadali. Problemahin muna natin ang magulang mo. Baka may kalalagyan ako. Hindi ako maghahanap ng iba. Sa puso ko ikaw lang sinta. Hindi ko magbabago ang nadarama ko. Liligawan na kita, mahal. May pag-asa man ako wala. Mapatunayan ko lang sa'yo kung gaano kita kamahal. Pero teka, wag na muna tayong magmadali. Problemahin muna natin ang magulang mo. Baka may